This is just going to be a quick how-to on how to change the oven heating element on this Electrolux integrated oven. So the model number, as you can see there, EOB 3400EAX, and I believe the heating element I've got will fit pretty much all Electrolux models in the EOB range, as far as I know, but you might want to double check that. So best way to test it, quite straightforward. Put it on this setting, which is your fan oven. Just crank the temperature up, and if your fan is okay, you'll hear the fan come on, but after like 5-10 minutes, put your hand in, it's stone cold, you know it's the heating element that's gone. If you put it on any of these, it's going to turn the grill on and it will get hot, so just don't confuse the two. Anyway, I've just moved into this place, so sorry about the mess, but yeah, I did notice that it had broken. But saying that, like, I only use the oven for pizza really, because I've got this, which I cook most things in. So I did a bit of digging and found this element. See, I thought ovens are way more complicated than this, but they're really not. It's just this hot metal ring, and you just screw it in here. There's the relevant information. I found this on eBay, 20 quid. There was one on Amazon for a tenner, but it didn't list my particular model in the compatibility list, so I didn't want to take a gamble. For an extra tenner, you've got one that's supposedly guaranteed to fit. So first thing you need to do is isolate the power to the oven before you do any work on it, so I'll do that now. So as you can see, that's on, and in my case, very simply laid out oven master switch, that's now off. So first thing to do is remove all the like the grill plates and all that, so I'll do that now. Now with the door open, you can see here the 4 screws Torx head, which you're going to have to remove. I've just squared them with a bit of WD just to loosen them up before I even try and remove them, because if you do strip one out, well, you're going to have an issue, aren't you? So next you need to remove the door to get easier access. So these can be a bit tight. Again, I did WD them, but you flip these all the way back and the door will lift off. So I need to pause the video to do that. And there we go, that lifted off pretty easily. It's not very heavy either, so you should be fine. So next, going to get these Torx bolts out. That's what we're left with. Just for reference, these are the screws. They are quite small, so don't lose them. Quite filthy as well. And it's a Torx, I believe it was a T20. Yeah, there you go, T20 Torx to remove them. They were a tiny bit tight, but nothing too bad, to be fair. Now would be a good opportunity to clean the oven if it's filthy. This one's a bit mucky in there, isn't it? So I might as well do it now, because then you have access to this back cover here, so you can give it a good clean. I've just got some air fryer cleaner there, which should do, because I'll need to also clean off the WD-40 which is in there. So I'm just going to do that before I go any further. But there's the heating element, and that's it basically. Just got 2 more bolts there. I'm assuming they're T20 as well, but I'll double check. So yeah, let me just give this a bit of a clean. So having removed those top 2 screws, which by the way they're all the same size, so it's very easy, not too tight either. You just want to pull this forward, and the wiring should come with it. So you have blue on the right, white on the left. Just make sure you don't drop those wires behind the oven, because that'll be a bit of a ball ache trying to fish them back through. So I'm just going to unplug this one now. And then before you fit your new one, just offer it up and make sure it's exactly the same. This one is, so like the screw hole width and everything's exactly the same. So there is the old one, which looks fine, but clearly it's failed. And there's a new one for 20 quid. I think you can buy them with new screws, but this one didn't come with any. So I'm just going to reuse the old ones. And yeah, there's the new one installed. Gave it a bit of a white brown there. One thing I would recommend is if you are going to sort of clean the oven out, just make sure you wipe up any of the remaining chemicals. I mean, you can, there's no end to how far you want to go with oven cleaning, but like on mine, there's all this grime and stuff around here, but I'll be spending hours getting it spotless and I can't be bothered. So this side weirdly is quite a bit cleaner. And this back piece here actually came up pretty much like brand new, which is quite impressive how the paint holds up and all that, considering this oven came with the house and the house was built in I think 2017, 2018. So yeah, can't really fault that. Anyway, all I'm going to do is pop this on and put the door back on, and then we'll test it. So yeah, just flick the power switch back on, just picked a random temperature, and there we go on fan oven. So I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes to make sure it's all getting hot, and yeah, I'll let it run for a while actually, just to ventilate it and get all the whatever residual chemicals are back in there, and put all this stuff back. Difficulty out of 10, literally a 1. If I didn't do any cleaning and if I wasn't doing a video, it literally would have taken me 5 minutes, maybe less. The hardest part is cleaning, to be fair, and getting your tools out. So yeah, and it's been a couple of minutes. Let's have a feel. Can confirm that is indeed getting hot. So problem solved. Yeah, so yeah, you don't have to spend 400 plus on a new oven, just 20 quid for a new element. And there you go. As I said before, it looks fine, but clearly it's failed. So time to mop this floor. Cheers.